So just to give a little bit of context to our meeting today, we as a safe staffing programme had 6 test sites who agreed to participate in a test of change with our programme of work. And thank you, you were one of those sites. And this involved using improvement methodology to test changes in relation to staffing and to inform the development of a staffing method. Following consultation, the Care Inspectorate are to make a recommendation to the Scottish Government on whether the Care Inspectorate needs to develop a staffing method, particularly but not exclusively for care homes for older people. So Alison, could you tell us a bit about why you decided to get involved with the testing?
We saw this as a really unique opportunity to build relationships and partnerships with the Care Inspectorate and invest further in that opportunity. And for us, we're so acutely aware of how important staffing is at the moment. It's such a huge part of making sure we're doing what we can for residents. And there's so many different areas to look at within staffing itself that we thought the best place to start would be with a supported improvement project like this, where we could get to know that kind of terminology and those processes and really invest in the idea of working through improvement in a really critical and key area for us.
So we decided to get involved in the staffing method testing just due to wanting to help improve healthcare across Scotland. I think that essentially is the bigger goal for everyone.
Part of what we like to do is constantly improve, and this was obviously a way to do that.
Quality improvement approaches is something that I've never had the experience of really being involved in before. I think what I really learned about them was all the different levels of staffing all have such different roles in that aspect, but you couldn't do one without the other. Like, everybody is really integral.
I think normally what we tend to do is that whenever we see an opportunity to improve services and develop services, or whether we face a challenge, sometimes we can just take a very one-dimensional approach to it. By using the quality improvement approaches, it allowed me to take a much more wider view on what it was that we were trying to achieve. So it allowed a much more detailed planning process. It allowed us to be able to identify what it is that we want to achieve and what would represent success. It allowed us to change direction of something that we may not have predicted during the course of the pilot, that we were able to change direction and then refocus again. But then it also allowed us to kind of qualify the journey that we went on, and been able to specifically demonstrate that what we had put in place led to a positive improvement. And I think sometimes if we do any kind of change management or quality improvement, it can sometimes feel a bit more instinctive sometimes. So this gave us a really good basis for what it was that we were trying to achieve, what we did, and then what the outcome was. And then from there, how does that inform what we do moving into the next stage and moving forward?
I personally think the best parts of the safer staffing testing was because it's seen the benefits and seen the attitude from staff changing towards training. Some people really dislike coming to training, mandatory training especially, so being able to see their attitude and being more fun and enthusiastic about it, knowing that they're not leaving their co-workers short, knowing that they're not having to do it at home, their whole attitude to change towards it, which I found really beneficial for us anyway, made us want to do more with them and them to do more with us, so that was good.
The opportunities that have come from working in this sort of improvement methodology have been about supporting the residents' voice and the staff members' voice really to be the driver of what makes the changes that we want to make. And I think what I've really seen from observing the project kind of from a bit of a step back is that opportunity that Anna and Janice have really taken as the care home managers to find new ways to engage people. We develop new tools for participation, all about encouraging that voice to drive the improvement. And I think that that will extend beyond the staffing project, but also into general practice with how we continue.
The best part of testing for me was seeing the improvement on our chosen residents' well-being. It was a really, really positive impact that it had on him, and that gave me great job satisfaction.
It was nice to get the staff team involved in what we were trying to do, and I got a lot of positive feedback from the staff about a particular area that we looked at. So and that's reflected in the care for the residents, and that's always our priority.
I think I was most proud of seeing how positive attitude changed towards training. A lot of staff can grudge it at times, which I totally understand. But seeing that change in their attitude and willingness to do it and interact the way that they did was really lovely to see. Also see the quality of care being carried out to our clientele after carrying out this training, which is amazing. Having that feedback from the clients themselves to be able to give us that was really nice.
My advice is, I suppose, to be okay at going slowly, because as care providers and working in care organisations, we're really used to going fast and quick and moving at real pace with different things. But this gave us a unique opportunity to just take our time a little bit and focus on the small things. And that's been a really, really valuable experience for us. So yeah, take it slow, make it small, and enjoy that time kind of pushing each other, which I think was what was great about the relationship with the combined relationship between a provider and care inspector and managers and improvement advisors, definitely.
I would say my advice for anybody going into this would be to absolutely go for it. You know, it's been really, really good piece of work, really worthwhile. It's really had a great impact on our residents. So if anybody's considering going into a quality improvement approach like this, I would say definitely take it.
Our advice would be to definitely get involved with it. We've learned so much, not just with ourselves, but through other care homes as well. Being able to network and communicate with outside agencies is always beneficial. It's really improved our practice here. We've learned a lot about it and we'll continue to carry this out for a long time to come.